Yo, dog, if you play All About the Benjamins, I'll freestyle it. If you play... Okay, well, play All About the Benjamins. Yeah, it's what now? What you want to do? Want to be ballers, shot callers, brawlers? Who be dipping in the bands with the spoilers? On the road in the Drake in the Taurus, trying to get my hands on some grand slide chorus. Yeah, that's right. What you wanna do? Wanna be ballers, shot callers, brawlers? Who be dipping in the bands with the spoilers? On the road in the Drake in the Taurus, trying to get my hands on some grand side chorus. Yeah, living the raw deal. 3-course meal, spaghetti, veggie, and veal. But still, Everything's real in the field, and what you can't have now, leave in your will. But don't knock me for trying to bury 7 zeros over in Rio de Janeiro. Ain't nobody's hero, but I want to be heard on your hot 9-7 every day. That's my word. Swimming and women with their own condominiums, 5+5. We brought millennium, denied about the Benjamins. What? I get a 50-pound bag of for the month. 5 carrots on my hands with the touch. The phone of your hand, let's cut it up. Just nigga, grandma, most nigga, now the ball, the gold digger. I had a spin with Jordan with gold zippers. He kept us, he could glass, tapping for songs. Freaking in 3 times. In reptile. Another guy don't believe you. We heard you do. Stack chips like Hebrews. Ready to be interviewed. Hip-hop those. Colossal thoughts. Go for it. I'm getting you pictures of my car. You want to see my piss Pyrex? Check this out, girl. I take requests from people. They ask me to pee in Pyrexes. I'm wild, girl.
Hi, I'm Daddy. It is now 9:00 p.m.
Lord, what's the name of your cat? What up, the queen? Why not, baby? Why not? Great question. World peace. I don't want people to have war anymore. And I felt like I could dedicate myself and give myself a platform for people to be able to discuss world peace. You're exactly right. Yeah, you are brilliant. You're absolutely right. That's exactly what it's like. That's absolutely correct. And we don't have the ability to study one human being. And I have more than 2 years of data that's live on the internet from not one, not two, not three, not four, not five, but 6 different YouTube accounts. And I'm also live on 7 different Instagrams that always are recording me. Here, I'll give you a quick room tour. Just one moment. We're live on YouTube here. We're live on YouTube here. We're live on Instagram here. We're live on Instagram here. We're live on YouTube up here. We're live on YouTube here. We're live on YouTube here. We're live on YouTube here. You can see I got cameras. You're absolutely right. You can see I've got cameras all around me. I mean, like in 360 degrees. There they are. I got them all. And I want people to be able to study this in the future. Data is Earth's #1 resource, and I'm the king of data, which may make me a very wealthy person someday. Basically, we don't have one person where we can study their circadian rhythms, we can study their eating habits, their behavioral patterns, their sleeping habits, their bathing habits. Everything about a human is documented on this, and people have my consent to be able to use it any way they want. I feel like this will be studied at an academic level someday, where at universities people take chunks of it and dissect it. And really, it's the most amount of human data that any single person has ever compiled in the history of mankind. It's 2 years, it's over 200,000 hours. I have more content on YouTube than any other YouTuber. And really, I don't want people to have war anymore. I don't want I want to solve world hunger. So this gives me a platform to be able to discuss that. I want to institute hydroponics and vertical farming and cloud seeding. I want to help with world thirst by helping with digging of wells through life straws, through desalinization plants. I want to help people with malaria through giving them a low-cost malaria nets, mosquito nets. There's all kinds of things that we discuss on this that aren't normally discussed in society, like anti-gravity, antimatter, ufology, aliens, advanced propulsion. Really interesting things. I think we're going to be able to shake things up when this goes viral. Yeah, and I appreciate you letting me discuss that. Thank you. Absolutely, Jan, you're the man. I love the music. You just keep spinning hits, baby. I hope it doesn't take that long, but if they do, it'll be wild. It's the world's largest. It's a time capsule. I mean, essentially, it goes back to the pandemic, and we've seen everything since the pandemic, including the death of a queen, the birth of AI, the coronation of a king, and everything in between. We've seen different wars. We've seen the Ukrainian war. We've seen what's going on in Israel. It's wild that what we've been able to document. And I really think they would find it very interesting. It would be like a time capsule, like how we find time capsules from different generations, and we open them up and learn from them. People, I feel, do the same in the future. Absolutely. Well, I mean, that's just part of life, and I think that they would want to know how the human lives their life and the ways in which mankind alleviates stress, so to speak. I look forward to it. Is anyone else in here interested in aliens? Oh, that's very cool. Do you know what Coast to Coast AM is? It's the world's. It's the most listened to overnight radio talk show program in the Western Hemisphere. Um, and basically they talk about aliens on it every single night. I was on there not too long ago, and I yeah. So basically, I just really enjoy aliens and discussions of advanced propulsion and life on other planets. I mean, I'm into all kinds of other stuff too. Free energy, the hydrogen car, life extension technology. That's something that's really of interest to me. So, life extension technology through um, stem cell research and through additionally human growth hormone. Just two ways to do it. Cryogenics really interesting to me, and then mind uploading. I don't know if you know what mind uploading is, but it's basically the idea. I really mean this. Hurricane Nate, Jan, more like Vamp, Bimba. I don't think you're gonna die. And what do I mean by that? Everyone in here is basically younger, and so give it a generation, give this technology a generation, and we'll be able to scan our brains and upload them into a database. And for essentially a later download into a cyborg, a cybernetic being, a robot, into an avatar, into an ethereal being, whatever you want. It's really an exciting time. Excellent. With that, I'll let Jan continue with spinning the hits. Thank you for the opportunity. Don't you know it's gonna last? Nothing lasts forever. It's a long time.
He's so coked out in his videos. Looking chains around. Yeah, we It's James Brown. You know that him, Oh yeah, he was on PCP. Yeah, we had him pitch for PCP. Oh, he's like, I look good, I smell good, and I behave like yeah. He's like, no, James, why do people on your show? I look good, I smell good, I make love look good. Oh, Mr. Brown. He was like, he's got the yellow safety goggles. I mean, that is a legit looking Halloween rendering. Yeah, he was showing his ass on TV at his conventions. You were raw power, man. Like, yeah, Miss Chains. He was crazy. You got Miss. Yeah, that's why I don't ever put too much faith on like an artist's personal life. Like, any artist you like is a rapist, and you don't even look at too much into it. Enjoy the music. Oh yeah, dude. Like, everyone can only get obsessed like canceling every other artist possible. It's like, listen, I understand it. You're not your channel. Oh, there's nothing about like his acts. It's just being a crazy person, bro. Exactly. Like, you want to count people to put into a text. Yeah, it's when this come out and like he would come out and kneel down and his friend would get the cape on. Oh, yeah. This wicked man show. Zach and Roger. Oh man. No, is that Ad? I saw you living today. Which other one was that?
That's not it. Maybe a love handle bunch, but like your computer wasn't a good song. Like the truman speech.
Anyone besides
They got Tony for the song. More next house. More next house. TRUMAN.
Oh yeah, is it one of those like to your family only, or is it classic? Like, diasporic, you motherfuckers play that. that shit bounce out. But like when I looked at when I first did a blind woman, like I learned that like happy birthday is, it's Stevie Wonder's happy birthday. It's not. Yeah. I mean, another one. Oh, dude, no, my favorite one I learned, and I didn't last it all that shit, was, you know it, and it's the one point, say, hey! Cameo. Like that. Oh, yeah, I learned that. This song changed. Yeah. And I saw one fucking movie, like my movie, that wedding movie, like my best friend's wedding. That song. Oh, well, I mean, you know this. You must know this. You don't know this, then you don't know this. I think this is like close into like my future. I think it's. I did this at karaoke and I literally got fucking, USSY off the fucking chain. Why?
And he's got Michael Jackson, like a Michael Jackson habits already.
It's funny because the college special looks like Michael Jackson.
He's like dancing to the beat, bro.
Look at the chat. Like that's this is for Joe. Look at the chat. This is how Elvis Presley looks like. He's in the theme of Michael Jackson. Well, this gets the girls to the dance floor every fucking time. Oh my god, yeah. Hey, I love that song.
Yeah, they just start screaming and dancing.
Did you ever see that one video of something like their mom that was and crying? He starts ready to go eat the roll. A little bit of influence. I'll give another one before like in honor of that like an old
Everything goes hard.
I have Rabbi in the shower, like, every day. Cuando la Virgen marchaba, los tipos de y son cambiadas. Aunque mi amor en un barrio de lágrimas.
What I remember is a man shout. That's true. Show.
Hi, I'm Daddy. It's now 10 o'clock p.m.
What's up, Zuri?
How it goes?
I thought awards a messenger. Yeah, it's a messenger, bro.
Yeah, I have the tweet somewhere, but yeah, that's what it said.
Yeah. What can we say? You know, it's sad. Sad to see. Yeah, it's not safe. We have a rabbi in the show.
His name is so different than he got it.
This song literally is dedicated to Bitcoin Obama. It's called Nunca es suficiente. It's never enough. More like he's higher than me. When I first joined, I was like, this guy was 75 bucks a stem. It's like movie stuff. That's why I bought it.
Scarface.
Oh, I never saw Scarface.
Wow. Oh my God. That's a cool classic, bro. You see how cute lemonade is?
And I have a yeah, I didn't know. You remember me like when I came to the channel, like, oh fuck, that was a Dino, yo, that was a Dino, dog. Fuck yeah, finally.
Same. I just had that in. I had that in. This is teaching Spanish, so they just taught me bad words that, you know.
They did also wonder, like,
I kept asking my friend, I was like, so what does it mean, Mama? And he was like, it's a term of endearment. And I said it in front of his family, and they were like, oh, Jesus. God. I was like, I'm sorry.
oh yeah, well, that's the right of passage. You have to get where it was like, hanging out with the Dino, like, going in inappropriate settings.
Andres, definitely something.
Yeah, man, I love it. That shit's like blew my mind. I love it. Made total sense to me. I was sorry.
Cartel story.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, those were pretty wild times.
Yeah, man. It's pretty. That fucking story that is wild, man. Like, I don't know what I tell you.
Yeah, I don't think I told them yet, but yeah, they definitely took care of me, man. More things like that, too. You know, sketchy period where I had to worry about my life. Yeah, man, I made a lot of money. I was field first, and then I turned into an enforcer, and then I just turned into like making deals that my friend Alex couldn't make. So I was like, what? Meeting all sorts of different people, like traveling with three Sequoias. Pretty much they didn't speak English, they were just there chill or anything at all. And it was great. Dude, it was great. It was great. It was time of my life. But I'm glad I'm out of here again, man. Yeah. Right, sketchy customers, and I could just sleep in the same spot for 2 to 3 days because people were just trying to fucking rob me. Right, everyone's trying to fucking do crazy shit. Right, they're gonna take the money and the drugs. Yeah, right. Dude, one day losses. Yeah. Right. Pretty much, I just got paid like anywhere from like $500 to $1,000 each load, just like delivered it to whichever house I had to go to. And then I usually like would carry anywhere between like 5 to 10 kilos at one time. Right. I had a bunch of deliveries though, so it's like those days I was just making a lot of money delivering, because I just made real money when I was doing like real business with skinheads and shit.
That's
Yeah,
what's
yeah.
good.
Wait, have you seen Rabbi's setup? He's got like 7 different streaming setups. Did you pick that shit up, by the way? You want to pick that shit Oh my god, you so fast. You're trying to buy a local range clothes like days. I was trying to spend money for clothes. Dude, yes, 100% equity as well. Yes, money. Oh yeah, well, no, I definitely. Yeah, it's a gear. So if you click the gear button, if you're on his profile and you click his name, hit the gear button or right click whatever. There should be a gear button somewhere. Then click and lower his home. I saw you masturbate a video. You put a video on the web on the bed, right? And that's like how it's like DJ set, right? But yeah, no. I honestly royalties, whatever. All I know is an attention marketplace. Now is it a real must arrive? Great play. Great play. Alright, bro, you got this, right? Actually, skinnier, like oh my gosh. Luckily, it's no bad match. It's bad. Oh, dude, yeah, he's like shit like kids. Oh, now he's even pronounced me. Now I see. Go ahead, tell me. That drinks in the future, right? Oh, grazie, grazie. Oh shit! Rather like a cooked check. Send the picture in. Yo, man, what? Cookies, man? Well, you oh my god. No, he doesn't. He's way more attractive than that. Bro, you did like a weird, like, heat image of that. Why was it? No, it is not. Oh, is that Sweden? He was cold. Well, I'll tell you this. Maybe he has the energy, but Rabbi does not have the he has the he's gorgeous, but this is not your penis is stuck up on camera right now. I'm capping for a guy with this thing on breathe. Rabbi, you're a good looking guy. But hey, look, that guy's probably stuck in
Oh, fuck up. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. You're wonderful. I was just gonna say, isn't that like in Grand Theft Auto? Isn't that where they had the porn studio in Grand Theft Auto? Yeah, in Vice City, Grand Theft Auto Vice City, there's a little island called Starfish Island, and it's where there's a porn studio. Oh, hell yeah, Fisher Island in Miami? That's huge. Are you talking Miami? Are you talking Miami? Are you talking Miami? Oh yeah, Fisher Island is very exclusive. I'm gonna pee in that piss Pyrex. Just one moment. I'm gonna pee in this piss Pyrex. I'm gonna add to my collection. I know. It's down the hallway. But I'm not lazy. Well, that's why I have a Pyrex, girl. I just stand up. But if I don't want to get up, then I have this little bottle. Watch this, girl. I've got lots of pee accessories. Oh, wow, you're so wise there, Spoon. I was eating peanut butter earlier today. And I threw it in there. One moment, I have to say bracha. Very kind of Curious, I go to there you go. That's an actual. Yeah. So, what's new with you guys? Do you guys ever pee on camera? Lord, I swear to God, when you said, why is there a spoon? I almost dropped that whole fucking thing. Why is there a spoon? Why did I think that was so funny? Because that's a logical thing that someone would ask. Why don't you go to the bathroom? Oh, it's completely fucked up. But when so why do I pee in a piss pipe? Well, for several reasons. One, the bathroom's not that far away, but sometimes I have roommates who are using the bathroom, and then it's like I gotta just take a leak. But it's way closer here, and I think that people will study this in the future from a biological standpoint, and that'll be important to them to know what color my pee is, so I document it. I'm doing all right for myself. In the morning though, it's pretty dark. Yeah, no, there are 10 people who live in this house. I know, it's crazy. California's wild, people. No, none of them know. I've been doing this for 2 years, non-stop, 7 different streams on YouTube. What'd you say, Laura? No, none of them have the slightest clue. They have no idea. And so it'll be a surprise to them someday when they're famous. And like, I really think in the future, and I mean this like in the most serious way, we will be able to improve on what we can currently do with video technology. Like, we'll be able to zoom in much better in the future, and you'll be able to hear sounds much better. So probably every conversation in this house will probably be heard one day because the microphones are picking it up. We can only hear it to a certain degree right now, but give people 10, 20, 30 years, and you'll be able to probably hear everything that's going on in this house, if not more. Oh yeah, girl, you know you like it. Honestly, Ago asks me to pee on camera. She's a wild thing. They must do it crazy in Turkey. How's Queen doing? Is she a good cat? Oh. So one of the things that I like to do is watch different seasons of television shows, and so I've been watching a bunch of things on Shark Tank, and they have all these cat products. So I'm going to ask you if you've heard any of them. Do you know about the City Kitty, which is a way for your cat to no longer need to use a kitty litter bin? It can exactly. Do you know anybody who's done that? I don't either, but I want to find out somebody who's done it and been successful with it. They make cat wine, which has like catnip in it, and
Oh yeah, she call it like that.
does she like catnip? Good for her. What else have they had? They've had some wild stuff. I think. Oh, now I see her. Does she sleep with you? Like next near you? Does she sleep near you?
Yeah, she's all the time.
Oh, cool. How old is she? Did you have her since she was a kitten?
Yeah, she's a little baby.
Oh, very cute. Let's see. We got Hurricane Nate in here, David, Bitcoin, MLK, Luther, Bitcoin, MLK, Luther King Jr., Tempura, Schiller X, Diamond Bitcoin Hand, and then of course Laura. Laura, it's pretty late there. It's 12:41. Or no, 1:41. Apologies. Well, we were watching that documentation of me fapping, and I really surprised myself with some of my performances because I thought even someone who did it, doesn't even remember whether this is a new video that I'm watching or is it the same one that we were watching. I have 3 of them that look very similar. The only way that I can tell is in some of them I'm totally naked. Some of them I have on like skin tight pants. Others I have underwear on, but they're all different. So that's something that you learn about yourself, even when you. Ooh, that's what I like to hear, baby. Good for you. I will have to do that. Well, so, and I fap all the time, but it's just underneath the covers. Oh, girl, have you seen my Superman shirt? Yeah, absolutely. I got this other one too. I got actually 2 others. The community gave me one, and you're probably like, well, why can't I see that one? Honestly, I don't know what the fuck they did with it. And you're like, how do you lose a cum shirt? The room is like 10 by 8. I know. But here, check this out. We got what I call these things bow ties. Why do you call them bow ties, Rabbi? Because here, I'll show you. There are areas of my shirt. Oh, I just destroyed one. Where the cum has actually it's like sticks together. I don't know if you can see this, but it's like literally I can take my finger and like kind of bore under here and it'll still stay stuck. It'll stay stuck. Check this out. Watch it come apart. Watch this shit come apart. Just for you. This is a special occasion. Watch this peel apart. Look at that. It's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. So then over here, I've got some on the backside too. Now, hey, Hurricane Nate, have you seen my Superman shirt? Oh, just in a picture. You've never seen it live. Here we go. I'm going to show this bad boy to you live. Oh, this thing is redonk. It's redonk. Okay, just one moment. I'm not doing it justice. It's inside out. This is actually the least used the least used side. Let me turn it outside in or whatever, and you'll see it in all its glory. It flakes all over. It's absolutely disgusting. Oh yeah, definitely. Okay, check this out, dude. We've got one of those bow ties right on the Superman logo. Look at this. Look at this. It's like it's just stuck together. But check this. I'm a fertile myrtle. Look at this. Have you guys ever seen in like Star Wars where they're flying like really close over the like a planet, and you can see? Yeah, it's just like that.
Yeah, it's like tearing them up.
You're absolutely right. Look at this. This stuff. It's totally sick. See, you can actually tell I've eaten some off of here. It flaked off. Sometimes just to entertain the people. You're probably like, are you really always like this? No, I'm not like. Well, I am because I'm just on camera. But like normally I would be like absolutely disgusted. If somebody else was showing me their cum shirt, I'd be like, oh, this is disgusting. But because it's mine, but look at the backside. Most people would be like, oh wow, you just destroyed the front side. No, we did. I showed you the inside out, but this is the backside. The backside. Check this out. This is prime eating material. You want to see me eat some cum? Oh yeah. This is old cum. Check this out. Oh, okay, look at this. I've got a cum flake on my fingers. You see this? I eat it like LSD. Watch this. Laura's gonna puke. Yeah, and I come.
My God.
And I eat it like cum. It's my own cum. I'm not too worried about it. Look at this. Look at how it's bow tied. and I honestly, the community was so nice. They gave me another cum shirt, and I can't find it. And it's like, you're gonna send me what? Oh wow, you're amazing. Well, I'll harden them up. Oh, no. That one's going to go in the Smithsonian. When this becomes a thing, this thing is going in the Smithsonian. Actually, it's going to go in the Rockefeller Museum in Jerusalem. It's built right outside the photo. But yeah, it's wild shit. Oh. Enjoy yourself, girl. Good night, Laura. Thanks for joining us. Bye. So I've given you a tour of my room, and I've given you a tour of my cum shirts. That's basically all I've got going in my life right now. What's new in your neck of the woods?
Nothing really. I'm pretty vanilla compared to you, man. So
most people are.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm sitting in my room on my PC and trying to figure out. I just want to, I don't know, surf the internet or play games. I'm not sure yet.
What games do you like?
like realistic games. What I usually do is I buy them a lot. And I do like play on GTA 5 on those servers.
I was just gonna ask you, do you ever play Grand Theft Auto 5? Hey, okay, so you're a Grand Theft Auto fan?
Big fan. I'm getting 6 when it comes out, but I do like GTA 5 on the 5 servers, so I just go to different cities.
Do you know what 6 is gonna be? The location?
Yes. Yes, Vice City, so it'd be like,
You're right. Have they announced that formally?
yes, they had, and they also announced that they had started 5 years because there wasn't going to be like that bridging gap thing where 5 years was going to be able to make a server where people can build their own things. But they teamed up, so you'll be able to, instead of going like Rockstar Online or whatever, you'll be able to play in like different custom cities and different things.
That's tight. I've heard you're gonna be a drug runner in it for parts of it, so you'll be able to fly to South America.
Right. I heard that too. And then the graphics are usually that good. That's how much
When they had Vice City on PlayStation 2, I got 100% completion on it. You know, yeah, it takes you a while to do, but that's where you do every mission, and you have to do it like, everything perfectly. But yeah, so I'm excited about Vice City because I like that environment. It's cool. It looks a lot like my room, the colors and stuff, with that pink and teal.
Like GTA 5 is for Los Angeles.
Oh, I love that too. I live in LA,
right?
So I love that too.
So I think it's good and accurate. They just have like these knockoff names and places. Santa Monica, here with Toledo, like the downtown area of Philly doesn't connect over like all the sites that I've worked with. It's like just like in real life.
You're right. I had a roommate. I was living in a hostel when I first moved here, and this guy was in film school in Italy, and he told me that he learned LA through Grand Theft Auto. It was one of the reasons why he moved here, aside from it being film school and stuff. But all he had to do was basically make a few small changes in his head geographically, and he knew everywhere he had to go because the maps are very similar.
And I'm pretty sure it was the same thing for Vice City, and also like back in the day, and I'm pretty sure they'll do this next, it's memories of like New York City.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that it would just be wrapped up the same way. Like I haven't been to LA yet. I just some pictures of that mark, but I haven't. And when I did play like that, I think it was fantastic. I know it was the first one.
You mean the third one? You mean the third one?
Yeah, the third one. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or actually, was the third? Yeah, it was Grand Theft Auto 3. The Vice City game after that, and then it was San Andreas.
That's correct. Yeah. So the first two were like from above, and they were on PlayStation. And you only had the first one that was in 3D was Grand Theft Auto 3. And that was in Liberty City. And then they did a Grand Theft Auto Liberty City as well.
Right.
It was like you were like an Eastern European guy.
That is right. I think that they I'm not sure if they're gonna make it come back, but I heard a review that once.
I think you're right. It's like Tommy Valenti or something.
Yeah, something like that. I like 5 as well because I like how it starts out with that snowstorm, rock moving or whatever. You have broken cops, and you can also switch between 3 players. You have Ray play, you have Michael, and whatever.
Yeah, I like that as well. And I like when they have Like I forget. Oh, it was Grand. I like San Andreas. Honestly, San Andreas is a tight one where where they had L.A., San Francisco, and Las Vegas.
Yeah.
That one was tight. And then I feel as if they could really do each one of those individually. Like San Francisco could be its own eventually, and same with Las Vegas. It could be its own game basically. And then they've expanded a little bit to some extent with the Chinese. They have Grand Theft Auto like like something Chinatown stories or something like that. And so I could see them expanding into China as well. And did you ever play Grand Theft Auto 1 and 2?
I did like a few times. That was PlayStation. Very first PlayStation.
Right.
I did play a little bit. I really wasn't that interested in it at that point in time. I think that's the big game that really, or the series that really got really what cultures was Vice City. That was a revolution. Came out, at radio stations, all that other stuff.
The
And that was just
soundtrack in that game is phenomenal.
right. And that's what blew my mind, and then like all this other stuff that they could do. It was just crazy. And I finally got a decent like 2 years ago, a really nice one that was updated and all the I don't know, man. It's just it's a different experience for me on PC. I don't think I'll ever go back to the console again. Hopefully on the console,
So what would stink is if they did what they did. Well, at least for you, I believe they did this with Grand Theft Auto 5, where it was only available on console for like the first year, and then it took like a whole year to get on PC.
I don't know, but like Steam or Rockstar, it's definitely going to do that because I want to buy a PS5 or a new Xbox. I don't care about those systems anymore. It's like I gotta buy some games.
Are they thinking it's going to be on PS5 or PS6?
That's a good question.
It's gotta be 5 years ago. Yeah, I don't know what they're going to call the new Xbox, but I do think that from what I know about the new Vice City, it'll be bigger than, and obviously it'll be bigger, more open world than even um, Grand Theft Auto 5. And I heard rumors about this. They always say this, that you're gonna be able to go in all the buildings. Now, whether that's true or not, your guess is as good as mine. But ideally, what I mean, I think people want eventually is basically Google Street View or like Google Earth for Grand Theft Auto, where you're actually playing on Earth and you can go in people's real houses and stuff. That's what I think people eventually want.
Yeah, I do. But Rockstar is actually
You're right.
about like users and stuff like that. Like I've seen one user as far as like graphics and stuff go. And right now I have a 30 series on right now I'm talking like images that are way better. 20 series. So once that game comes out, people are going to be working. I think the monitors and back like that type of model with especially all that other stuff. So like these really crazy things about the revolutionary, like of course like that rock star movies or anything that like pretty much like big companies that come out with this crazy thing that everyone's just waiting for. You know, I think that yeah, probably that there's
I think you're right. I think one of the best aspects, I don't know if you remember in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, they're gonna bring back I don't they're gonna bring back two things, I think, from what I've read or know. You'll have the ability to do workouts again. You remember like your guy like starts off all slow, but as the game goes, he gets stronger and you have to like do workout, like push ups and stuff. That's right. And then the other thing about San Andreas that I think they're going to include is the ability to um, like create games, like have street warfare with games with people you've recruited. You know what I mean? Do you remember? You remember like parts of the city would be like controlled by rival gangs, and you had to take them over. Yeah, so I think they're gonna have that for the city as well, which I'm pretty psyched about. That'd be cool.
Yeah, so and yeah, you're right. First of all, and basically, like I don't know if you play or have the game. I know that
Hi, I'm Daddy. It is now 11 o'clock p.m.
basically what you do, you know, it's realistic. That type of thing, from your game, one else that's like
That's amazing. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And if they, at least with, I mean, honestly, if, I don't know how old you are, but how long you've been playing Rockstar games, but Rockstar used to put out a new Grand Theft Auto once every other year until they got to this most recent one. Even they put them out yearly. And then Grand Theft Auto 5 has been out for 10 years, and they've just been milking the online version of it. And so then you remember it would be like, like Grand Theft Auto, when Grand Theft Auto 3 came out, I mean this. It was one of the most beautiful trailers that I can ever recall. It's got like opera in it, and it was very much like The Godfather. And you're like, oh my god, and that game changed everything. Vice City was really, I feel, its soundtrack and just the size of the game really made it pretty well. And then also, you could fly up. Wait, could you fly a plane? No, you could not fly a plane in that one. It was there were two things that really stunk about those early Grand Theft Auto 3 and Vice City, and that was you couldn't swim. It was only once you got to San Andreas that you could swim, and you could fly a plane, and those were two really cool aspects of it. And then you had, let's see here, what came after? Oh, then they did Liberty City, which was cool, but it was kind of just like, I don't know. New York's cool, but it was just, I don't know. The warmer climate ones are a little more exciting to me. And then they had Grand Theft Auto 5, which just had everything basically, and it's huge, and it's just a really well-made game. So I'm hoping that the new Vice City, I don't know what they're gonna call it. I guess Grand Theft Auto 6 is what they should call it. It will be hopefully bigger. And then one thing that I read about it is they're supposed to make the jungles as like much more realistic than what a normal game would be, because you're gonna have to be hiding in the jungle. you're gonna have to do like fly cocaine planes in the jungle, all kinds of stuff like that. So I hope that's accurate. From what I've read, it should be. The only thing that I don't know is if it's gonna be on PlayStation 5 or PlayStation 6, and um, I would think that it'll. I think that they're scheduled perhaps to make PlayStation 6 out by holidays next year, but that still may be early. They always push it back, so you never know. But once they have PlayStation 6 or whatever the next one's gonna be, that should be fine. Do you ever play Madden?
I used to stop playing on the ootd guy.
Did you ever play NCAA football? Same here, and they're gonna bring that back. Yeah. So that game, I will say this: I was one of the best people in the world with that game. At least on PlayStation, I would beat. So at my university, they would have a tournament. EA Sports would come out with, and they had a tournament. The only reason why I never played in the tournament is because it was on Xbox. But I would beat the people who would win the tournament for our for like the Midwest, and then guys who played in the finals. So I knew I was really good at it, but I didn't continue to play it because they stopped making it. And now with the NIL, the name, image, and likeness deals that players are going to get, they're going to reinstitute NCAA football. So you'll get that every year again. So that should be really exciting. It,
So they just had like their position. It's gonna be either like their actual their names and stuff being called out.
and you know what is wild about that game? There were services that you could send your memory card to the service, and they would upload all of the player information in there and send it back to you within a week or so. And then when you would load that information into the old NCAA games, they would say the guy's name if it were like a pretty common name. So they'd be like, like Reggie Bush for the touchdown. Because they knew that people were going to be doing that anyway, and I mean, my friends, I remember because I have friends on the football team. They were, that's the first thing we would do is check what their ratings were, and it'd be like, you're not that fast, they're like, yeah, I am, or whatever. And it was wild because, like, I knew these guys, and they're in a video game now. They're just not getting paid for it. So I'd really be happy when, the same kind of people that age will get paid for it, and hopefully get some good compensation, because it turned out that there was that class action lawsuit, and they all got like $160 or something like that for that game. And EA Sports made, and the colleges made way more money off of that. So I'm looking forward to a time when, basically you'll be a high school player, and that'll be a viable early career for you, basically, if you are able to make it into college. Like, one thing, they have this phenom in Japan who normally he would go into either pro Japanese baseball or maybe pro American baseball, but now that they have NIL deals, he can make money in college. And so he's going to come to an American college. So it's changing the game. I'm excited for NIL and what it'll do for the video game world. Another game, have you played Red Dead Redemption? Is it amazing? And so it seems like Rockstar kind of bounces off between that and between Red Dead Redemption and Grand Theft Auto. When, frankly, I mean, I don't know. I think they move too slowly with that organization. I know that they don't really have to, because they can print their own money, basically. But I mean, do you get sick of playing Grand Theft Auto, or is it still exciting to you? It seems like it still seems. And so, do people make their own worlds or anything?
Yeah, so that's what I was talking about. By them, you can pick up roles in custom code, any type of missions or jobs or whatever to get into. You also have people role playing as cops, planes, biker gangs, regular gangs, all sorts of stuff. But pretty much you just try to team up and take over the city and stuff.
That's very tight.
Which just keeps you more interested because I'm actually interacting with real people.
That's very tight. And now with social media being what it is and with people streaming, I think that'll change things as well. Meaning, like basically, there'll be hopefully more integration into Twitch and maybe YouTube and things so that you'll be able to stream your progress if you want. I mean, you can do it now, but a lot of times you need third-party software. I really think it would be cool if you were playing Grand Theft Auto, you just click like a little option and it would automatically start streaming to Twitch for you. Which currently, to my knowledge, that is not a thing. Maybe it is on PC actually, but at least on console, I don't believe it is.
Adjust your settings. That's what I do. It's possible. And it also sends out alerts when people that follow you, they have alerts on turned on. So if someone about to play a song, live streams on immediately alerts me to watching it on Twitch. I thought about the same thing. Just not sure that's watch my streams. I play also games. Some games was realistic. Hard events lots of problems.
That's tight. Wow. Does it work for Grand Theft Auto and everything? Does it work for Grand Theft Auto?
Driving sim. I'm pretty sure if you got a car and you started driving, maybe I don't have to figure it, but I don't think that would be
Right. And with the sorry to interrupt. Go ahead. With the new Apple goggles, or that that virtual reality headset that they have, I think that not yet. We're not quite at the point, but I think probably one of these iterations of Grand Theft Auto, maybe Grand Theft Auto 7, you'll be able to just put one of those on and basically see everything in 3 dimensions, and that'll be really exciting, I think. Yeah, exactly. And then it'll probably, just as it normally is, it'll probably be like, Grand Theft Auto 7 was pretty good at it, and then Grand Theft Auto 8 is where you can interact with your friends much better, everything's smoother, and all of that stuff. I mean, I'm excited for that. I mean, once you can basically get away from, not that the controllers aren't cool, but it's like, it's just, you want. I think everybody agrees they want seamlessness. And another thing that I really think these companies need to work on personally is loading times. They don't pay attention to it, but if they could improve loading times so that it's like it loads in the background, it to me would be a much better experience. What I always hate is when I'm playing Grand Theft Auto, is you like whenever you want to play, you have to wait at least 1 or 2 minutes for it to load. You know what I mean? Like if they could have it within 1 minute or 1 second, loading times, I think it would be ideal. I'm not a big fan of loading times for anything. I think phones should turn on and basically work immediately, and computers as well. Computers are getting better at it, but basically, if you were to count up all the amount of time you've had to wait just from loading times over the course of just a day, but even a year, it's an incredible amount of time that we're having to waste on that. So I'm a big fan of loading time reduction, and then also defaults. So what do I mean by defaults? Basically, like there, you may go into the game and whatever play these preset worlds and everything, but I feel that the computer itself should know exactly what you want to play and save all of that information every single time. I'm not saying it doesn't now, but there are other things about a computer. I think defaults are really big to me, and loading times. I think those are two things that developers kind of lose track of. But if we could improve on those, it'll make it a much better experience for everyone.
As this great teaching Barlow is that that's a funny birthday. Charlie's house. So, we got the cheese and eggs. And he was like, yeah. It was all used me to GT5. So we basically did some programming all the music radio stations.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I was like, this dude was right down the street from me, and he pretty much coded the music for my favorite game. So.
Are you in Alabama?
No.
Oh, where are you?
Stoned, Alabama.
Oh, Stoned, Alabama. Oh, you're in North Carolina. Wow. And so, was he able to do that in North Carolina?
So at the time, he was living in San Diego.
I was gonna say that's what I thought it would have been. So he was in San Diego because that's where Rockstar is, and then he flew to, or he moved to North Carolina.
Yeah, he actually he grew up here, went to high school here. And we actually started to come to friends' houses. Our kids are friends. And his name's Ben Katz. So basically, he lived in Charlotte, graduated from high school in Charlotte, and then he went to University of Miami for 4 years, and then he moved up to San Diego to work for Rockstar, and then he moved back to Charlotte to raise a family.
Very cool. Well, then he's got his thumbprint basically on a part of global society, because I mean, and even as big as we think Grand Theft Auto is, it's so big in Russia.
Yeah, it's huge in Russia.
I think I could be wrong when it comes to this. I think some of the other places that they may have, I think England, they had one. They've had they've had similar games, but I think that wasn't there. Perhaps I could be wrong. There wasn't a Grand Theft Auto, but I think you can kind of get hints from what the next Grand Theft Autos are going to be from the I think you can from their apps. So they have if you look at the App Store, they have different. They're like mini games. They're pretty big. But that's where the Chinatown stories came from. Oh, there's that one. Did you ever play the game, The Ballad of Gay Tony?
No, I've heard of it though.
Yeah, so I never played it either, but I think that was an app that they had. Have you ever played Grand Theft Auto on an app?
No, I hadn't. I heard it was pretty cool though. Another Rockstar game I really like is Bully, but I haven't played it in the app.
Absolutely.
I need to try it.
Bully. So I've played Bully on the app and on PlayStation, and Bully's a great game. The thing about the app, I'm actually really surprised how smooth it is. it's like, wow, this is a pretty powerful device if it's able to run a PlayStation game pretty seamlessly. The issue that I have playing those games on a phone is it's so small. And, like if you're trying to aim at a guy and he's down the street, it's almost impossible to hit him. So all your accuracy's off and everything. But I would say um, it's a very good um, replacement if you don't have anything else and you want to play those games, because the levels are basically the same, the graphics are basically the same. It's a pretty good experience, and you can buy them. Like I bought a pack. The other thing is they're really cheap. You can buy Grand Theft Auto like 3, 4, or like 3 Vice City, Liberty City for like $9.99. When normally that would be like $150 in the games probably. Another thing that surprises me? I haven't. Well, you use PC, so I guess you can buy it on Steam. Like I think when I bought it, I bought Grand Theft Auto. It was like $29 or something. But you can get a Steam sale and it could get really reduced. But it's surprising to me. I think games aren't they still like $59.99? Is that correct on console?
Yes, even on PC as well, especially if they're brand new. They're like around $60 or more, depending on what's been made.
And that hasn't changed in like 15 years.
Right.
And so I can see this next iteration of Grand Theft Auto perhaps being $99 or something like that, if not more.
Just because like it's just gonna have so much extra shit too. They're even gonna have real cars in the game. It's not gonna be like a Rockstar edition cars or like a redemption something. Like a derivative, I guess you could say.
Right.
They're gonna be like real cars. We get like Nissan GTRs, all that other stuff too.
And
so
in some ways that should make the game cheaper, because it's free. The average, like, companies would pay that, pay Rockstar to have their vehicles featured. But like you're saying, there are going to be so many additions, and they want to make sure that they get that money. I mean, for instance, if you don't use the online version, then they're basically only going to get $69.99 out of you. If you use the online version, they may get thousands of dollars out of you. But this way, if they make it like $99, then they're at least going to get that extra $30 from you. But it's just interesting to me that with inflation, inflation has gone up in the last 15 years, certainly. The only thing that I know that's been a constant is the price of video games. That has not changed. Everything else has changed. Gas has changed. Food costs have changed. But video games have stayed the same at $59.99. So I can see them perhaps getting more expensive now. I don't want to see them higher than $99, but I could see them going higher than that, especially for a game like Grand Theft Auto.
For sure, because every time that I bought NBA 2K, whatever year it was, it's always been $60, like 60 to $65. So usually what I do now is, if I'm on Steam, I can wait for a game to be out for a year before I get it now, and then get it just at a way discounted rate. But there's only certain games that I'll buy brand new, and I just don't do. Like, I don't do Madden anymore. I mean, sometimes there's a big upgrade and stuff like that, but it's pretty much like, just the same thing released every year. Same thing with NBA 2K. The last one I bought was, I had NBA 2K 23, so it was the one from last year. I still have fun with that, but everyone's on the 2K 24 now. I'm just like, I'm not falling for that trick anymore. Like,
Same, yeah.
At least with the Rockstar games like Red Dead Redemption and Grand Theft Auto, like you at least have to wait a few years for like the next one to come out. Like they kind of slowed it down a little bit. Because you remember you mentioned earlier that they were just doing it like almost every year and a half. They were releasing a new one.
You're absolutely right. And with the sports games, it's a joke to me. They're basically the same thing. Madden hasn't changed really in 15 years, 20 years, basically. The only thing that changes are the guys' names. I mean, it's not like you can do all that much more. Maybe one or two, they might have one or two different features, but really you're paying every single year just to have the newest version so that you learn the players in the game. But aside from that, it just doesn't change that much. Same with FIFA, same with NBA 2K. It's just basically the same game. So I look forward to I remember I played, I forget which one it was, but some NBA game where it's like they had a really good basketball version, but then you could also live out the guy's life outside of basketball and like customize his house, customize his room, get all kinds of custom clothes for him going into the arena and everything. And I imagine that's all you can do aside from making the game super realistic when comes to basketball. There's not much. And then another thing I think they need to do with sports games is make the crowd look more realistic. So it's not like two-dimensional people. You know what I mean?
Right, right. So you can do that in NBA 2K23. Like you can do like your story and build up your character. Like you have a girlfriend and an agent, a coach, and all that other stuff.
That's
you have
cool.
Like real world conversations and doing business deals. Like you could do that. This is what I usually do when I play NBA 2K. I usually just run like the playground games and either I'll just like play by myself and play against the computer, or I'll go online and link up with people and play against them. But I haven't been online in a while.
Do you remember NBA Street? Do you remember NBA Street?
Yes, that was a good game.
I agree, and I think that they should bring that back. I know they focus so much on NBA 2K. Here's the thing that happened that games I feel used to be much better. They used to have competitors until the NFL just bought, like basically EA Sports bought exclusive rights to everything. But you used to have um, like there was you had Madden, of course, but then they had an ESPN game. This was a long time ago. But one thing that I remember they had about it was ESPN. It was like ESPN Monday Night Football or something. Is that you can't do in Madden is have a first person view, so you could actually see what the player was seeing through his helmet, and I thought that was so cool. And it was kind of difficult to play, but they could have improved it. And I think that's like basically these companies, particularly EA, that they don't have any competition, so there's no need for them to improve on their gameplay or add new features or anything. It's just like they have absolutely no competition when before they did. Madden also used to have long time ago in the 90s there was something called quarterback club, and so like basically you had a choice. You have no choice anymore. It's only Madden and it's only NBA 2K. And I would look forward to perhaps some competition within the game industry just from the fact that it makes companies want to diversify themselves. Like in soccer, there's Winning 11, I believe, and FIFA, but still, I don't. Do you ever play FIFA?
Not much, but I have played it and it's pretty fun. I just had that on any of the games.
And as you know, though, I mean, really, FIFA hasn't changed in 10 years, if not more. It's hard to improve because it's not like the game. It's not like football improves or changes all that much. So you have to do other things to the game. I feel uh, I feel that more integrations are important, but music is really important in a game. Like you were saying, what they have in NBA 2K, 2K, NBA 23, allowing the person to have more things in their life. That's cool. They used to have a game. I don't know if you remember this game. It was called Madden Head Coach. It was
That sounds familiar.
so basically. I honestly I never played it, but I do know that basically there was like a head. It was like the whole game you played. You were a head coach. That could be a mode in Madden now. or in NBA 2K3, 2K23 or whatever. What is it called? NBA 2K23.
Yeah, the one that I have, yeah.
You could play just as a head coach or the general manager if you wanted, if that's your thing. One thing that they used to do that was really cool with NCAA football is you could play your guy. There's actually you could start playing him is when he was in high school, in the later years, and then he would get recruited to college, and then you could play him in college, and then load him into Madden for his professional career. I really thought that was cool, but then they stopped doing that because the NCAA, because of those lawsuits. But in the same way, you could do that with the EA Sports for college was March Madness. So it'd be the same thing. You would play the guy as a high schooler, then play him um, as a college player, and then he could be a one and done or whatever, and then go to the NBA. I feel like if games do that, that makes you buy either one or two extra games because you want to, have the full experience. I think that's a smarter way to do it. So I look forward to games doing that. But as of right now, we just get the same stuff. It's Madden, you know, just the same. It's just. Oh, another thing I think they need to do as well is make make it faster, particularly when it comes to play calling and everything. I mean, I just or maybe there should be a fast mode. But basically, if as you know, if you watch a football game's like 4 hours, but the action parts are literally like 2 minutes. And in the same way, if you play Madden, if you play an hour-long game, the action parts are going to be really like only a minute and a half of that. And so I think you can cut down all of the dead time, so to speak, just to make the games more exciting. Because there's not too much more you can do in the game than just normal stuff that you would see in sports. But anyway, that's enough of my rant on video games. But I really think we've got some good ideas here, and I hope that they implement them in the future.
I do too, bro. Because that would definitely make me buy more copies for sure, or download it to my PC.
I'm in agreement with you on that. And then PC opens it up so much more because people can mod things. It makes games much more interesting. I mean, I generally play on my console, though I do have Grand Theft Auto on PC. Oh, another thing. So, um, basically, we're at the point now where you know what a virtual machine is?
Yep.
Okay, so like I don't feel as if you should have to have a really powerful computer anymore. I think you should be able to run this stuff on a virtual machine on the cloud. So they could basically make these games really intricate, and you shouldn't need to have the hardware to be able to run it. All you should need to do is just be able to start up a virtual machine that has all the hardware that's needed and be able to play it through a browser even. So I'm looking forward to that as well. But once they start allowing that, I'm sure that server costs are going to go up, and you have to pay per minute. I mean, there are all kinds of things that they can do to be able to get money out of people, but um, it gets to the point where, like, I've got Grand Theft Auto, and I can play it, but it's slow. Like you said, you had to buy a new computer 2 years ago for it to run properly, and just everyone's not going to do that basically. And if you want mass adoption, which they want, you want people to be able to run this stuff on, I think you should be able to run it from a browser, basically, if you were running it on a virtual machine in the background. So that's another thing that I think that they could implement. But yeah, I hope that they do it sooner rather than later. And if they do, then we'll say that they stole all our good ideas. How's that sound?
Oh yeah, for sure. I messed with a little bit of virtual machines back in the day with Ubuntu, that virtual machine, and played around with Linux and pretty much just like learned how to use API keys and stuff, and I built like robots and stuff. It was pretty cool. I think that eventually will. I just think they're riding on the actual, I guess, like the actual game gravy train, like making a person download or buy an individual copy. But yeah, if they do that, like as far as like virtual machines go, I'm pretty sure that they'll make you pay like a subscription. Who knows how much it'll be? If it's like endless games, yeah, it could be like anywhere from like $20 to $50 a month or something like that, maybe in that price range. I think that is definitely a possibility.
Are you old enough to remember Sega Channel?
Yes, I am.
So be something similar to what Sega Channel was, where basically you have a subscription to a service, and then you can play any amount of games that you want.
I do remember Sega Channel. That was so awesome.
I'm in agreement with you. I only played it at friends' houses, but I remember being like, this is pretty. I thought that was going to be the way that it would go, but apparently not. But yeah, just it depends on the subscription price, of course. I say, oh yeah, that'd be really cool if it's affordable, but if it's not affordable to most people, then that's not cool. But I could see things going that way, particularly with Steam or with Xbox or PlayStation. So, and then you never know. I mean, I'm not saying that this is something that we would see. I can't imagine it right now, but there could always be another competitor that comes out with a different kind of console that changes the game somehow. Really, where we have to get is with the virtual reality headset and then the virtual reality treadmill. Once you're able to walk and interact with your environment in real time, that's going to be a game changer.
Yeah, you never know, man. Oculus Rift could probably step their game up and build something like really crazy to make people just shy away from PC and consoles. I've tried the Oculus Rift that my friend has, and it's pretty cool. Like, I mean,
I think it's
that it
amazing.
could definitely be better.
Yeah, it could be better, but it's pretty amazing.
Right, right. I'm gonna wait until like the technology gets really crazy where it's not as big as not as like the headset's huge. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I just have a feeling that things are just gonna be more streamlined. You know how when technology evolves, things become smaller. It's just like when I put that headset on, it was just kind of uncomfortable after a while. So it's like I can only play it for like maybe 30 minutes, and then I just be like, oh man, like it's feeling like tighter on my head and stuff. But like, I just can't wait for like I don't know. It could be like a wristband or some sort of thing, or who knows, man. The way that at the speed of like the way that everything's evolving with technology, like Chat GPT has been a game changer. Like who knows what things are gonna be in like 5 years? It's probably gonna be insane. Like beyond my belief at least.
I agree, and then really you don't need people to code anymore. You'll be able to just have a large language model code for you, and perhaps code in real time, so that you'll be able to create your own world. Basically, like we could, you let's just say in a given instance for Grand Theft Auto, we keep saying that, like, oh, this would be a cool level, or this would be but you could make it like you just type into a search box or some kind of chat box, I want to play a Grand Theft Auto like game, but on Mars, and it just automatically creates that for you, or wherever you want. You could be like, I want to play it in the game Candyland, or I want to play Grand Theft Auto, uh, I don't know, with Sonic the Hedgehog, and whatever you say, whatever you type in there, just like how now it would come up with a story for you in text form, it could do that for you through a game, just instantaneously. And yeah, I mean the possibilities are endless when it comes to uh, AI, and particularly when it comes to games. So I'm excited about that. And then I think it'll help people perhaps even lose weight or at least stay in shape once they get these treadmills, these gaming treadmills where, you actually have to get off your ass and walk around, but you don't go anywhere. You're just um have you seen the gaming treadmill? Basically, it's like you can walk in 360 degrees on a treadmill, and it it your character moves, but you don't have to move. They had it on Shark Tank.
I have seen that. I've seen videos like shorts on YouTube and stuff like that, and it looks pretty crazy. It's like you're strapped in and like you're trying to stay in place,
Exactly.
but like you just like move all around. Yeah, it's pretty nuts.
And so once that becomes affordable with the headset, then the sky's the limit. And one other thing, the your like the tactile features of a game aren't where they need to be yet. Particularly with the virtual reality. But I've played with Oculus Rift, and it was pretty mind blowing. I mean, we're pretty close. It's just it's very expensive. It's very big, like you had said. I think you did like an extra computer to basically run it. And so once we get all of that basically within one headset that is more manageable, and I mean, the big thing I feel why this stuff fails is it doesn't appeal to girls. They don't. Girls aren't really into games like guys are. But if you can get girls into games, then guys will be there. It's like a bar. It's like, nobody wants to go to a bar that's all guys, and that's how video games are in a lot of ways. But if you have girls at your bar or you have girls in your video games, there'll be mass appeal basically. So I don't know exactly how you get girls into doing it, but once girls are into it, maybe there are more social aspects to it. I feel then we're all going to be locked in. Then it'll be like, okay, now we're all on a nightly basis after work or whatever. People will be have their virtual reality headsets with their friends, and basically have their interactions that way. Which is it good? Is it bad? I mean, it's something. I think that's the future, though.
Right. So a lot of girls are actually on 5M.
Are they?
Like you would, yeah, one of them. Like, it's kind of crazy. So, like I said, it's role playing, it's realistic. Like, there's actual, like, in the city that I'm in, like, there's girls that cosplay as strippers, like role play strippers and shit. Like, they have a job at a strip club.
Wow. So they live out their fantasies, basically.
Pretty much, or they're in a gang or whatever. But yeah, it's crazy. And of course, like they have like the girl characters too, so like they can dress up however they want, like in a dress or some Gucci pants and a shirt, whatever. You can pretty much be anything you want. You can be a cop, or they even have EMS. Like you can be an EMS employee. If someone dies, like you get alerted and you drive out to them and save their life, or take them to the hospital. If they need a ride, it's you can be a car salesman. You get your own businesses, restaurants. It's wild.
That's very cool. I was not aware that girls were starting to expand within that. But that's good to know.
Yeah, Pioneer's been out for a minute. It's been out for, and I'm not even sure because like I just downloaded 5M because like, I was just playing Grand Theft Auto randomly, and then like online like GTA Online instead of 5M, and then once I got on 5M, my friend introduced me to it. I'm like, man, they just opened up a whole world of GTA 5. It's like it's the best way to play it.
That's wild. Do you know? Do you remember? Well, I guess it's like mini games, but in Grand Theft Auto uh, San Andreas, where you could go to um, two things that I think that game were really important in that game that I want to address. One was you could play in the casinos, and then it was like a mini game in the casino. You could gamble. Do you remember that?
Yeah, like was it actual like games, like gambling games, like
Yeah.
blackjack or poker?
Exactly.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, they have that. We have that actually in our city. We actually have a private casino that the developer built. So you just go to this back of the building, and it's like down this like in this basement area of a restaurant. And it's a full-fledged casino. But yeah,
That's very cool.
they have that. I usually go and play blackjack all the time.
And so basically that's very immersive, where you're in a game and then you're playing a game in a game. It's very meta, and I feel like that's the future as well, where you'll be. I mean, who's to say you can't play a game in a game in a game? But it's almost as if like you just move different levels mentally into this virtual world. I think that will be exciting to people. And then the other thing that they had in that game, I don't know if you remember, um, they had a level where you would fly in a plane. You would fly in a plane, and then you flew to like a graveyard in which had snow in it was like in New York or something like that. Do you remember there was like a graveyard?
That sounds very familiar.
So the idea that I was thinking is basically in at least the Grand Theft Auto type or open world kind of scenario where if you're if you're playing in one world, if you wanted to, you could go to other worlds, travel to other worlds, and it would be seamless within the game. And it could be different climates, it could be a different planet, whatever it is. Basically, the game within a game, I think, is an important aspect. And then also the ability to transition from one game to one level to another level, even if it's not even within the same game. I think those would be two kind of meta aspects that we'll see with games in the future. If I may ask, what game did you play on Oculus Rift?
Rabbi,
Yeah, what's going on, Zoot?
there's something like that is being built on Polkadot Mythos chain. It's called Blanco's Block Party Pit. You can literally take your assets from one game to another, and then it renders your assets, and then you can go seamlessly through cloud services, so you don't even have to reboot the game. You just go through cloud server, and then you're a portal. You go through the portal.
That's amazing.
You're playing another.
That's what I'm talking about. That's great. I'm glad they're already working on it. Hurricane Nate, what game did you play on Oculus Rift?
So what was the game where you were like these cartoonish looking characters? Like they had different faces that were like pretty much like they looked like memes almost. And you had these weird bodies. Like you could either be in a house, or you could be. They even had like a level where you were at Super Kmart for some odd reason. I forgot what that game was, but like you interacted with your friends on that. It wasn't The Sims, because The Sims looks real. Like it's like it actually kind of looks like real people. This looked like cartoonish characters. Like they just had like weird yellow bodies. And I gotta find that. I'm gonna go through all the Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing. I don't think that's it. Let me let's see here. I shouldn't even find it, but it was really fun.
I played the Star Wars version, and it was mind blowing to me. I mean, I'm not huge into Star Wars, but it really made me a fan. It was really exciting, and I would say very accurate for, I mean, like you're like flying in the Millennium Falcon, and then you got a lightsaber, and your lightsaber dueling um, Darth Vader. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, but I can play that. Let's see here. I forgot the PS5 had like a VR thing too. Hopefully there's a job soon. I'm talking to Obama now about a Busta Rhymes diss track. If Obama did a Busta Rhymes diss track, that would be funny as fuck. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, he was pretty mad today. He was upset. Alright, guys, I'm gonna have to get off here. Yeah, what he's not telling you that is he gambled. He was up last night calling me because he was gambling on shitcoins and he getting banned from the Telegram, and then he lost his shit thinking it was like something to do with kicking Bitcoin. Oh man. So the Indian police was saying that he rugged on his new token.
Already?
That's what he was saying. I had to find the proof first. I was going to because everything's recorded on the blockchain. All we're going to do is just go look and see what's going on. But pretty much like it looked like the token was doing good, and then it went down pretty bad. But I don't know. Like, I have to see if Bitcoin and Obama actually owns the wallets that we're selling, or the other people sold. But I don't know if he just to be just find out if it's true.
Take care, Hurricane. It was a pleasure speaking with you. Zoot, pleasure to speak with you as well. I'm going to get some food. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful night or day ahead. Excellent. Yo, you got healthy. Some pie go. Liquid gold, baby. I do 15.
Hi, I'm Daddy. It is now 12 o'clock a.m.
All right, go. Look at the movie.